Alright, welcome back everybody. Today's video I'm going to do a DIY Aqua-vu modification. Now I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm going to be doing this Aqua-vu mounted in a milk crate. Now I'm going to put a piece of wood on the top, do a cutout, and I'm also going to make a little spool, which I got here, because I don't like the way that it's designed and wrapped around the Aqua-vu. Sometimes when you're like trying to take the cable off, you have to spin the whole console, and it's really dumb. Maybe their newer versions have a better way to do that, but I really want to fix that way. Now I finally have the time, and I'm going to show you guys in this video. Now the spool that I have here is just cardboard and plastic, and it's absolutely garbage. It's the only thing that they gave me at the hardware store because I couldn't really find any to buy. But I'm definitely going to switch it out for a metal one, even smaller, because I don't think I really need it this big. But right now I'm going to use this one, and then eventually later on I'll just get rid of this one. But for now I'll use this. I'm going to paint it because it's cardboard around here, and if it gets wet it's just going to be absolutely destroyed. But it's going to be temporary, and I'm going to paint this first, and then we'll get to the milk crate, and then I'll cut some wood out and go step by step for you guys. Alright, so this milk crate is about 13 inches outside to outside, and I believe 12 inches inside to inside, so it's about half-inch thickness almost. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some bubble wrap. I'm going to put that bubble wrap right at the bottom, just so when I want to mount all my batteries and stuff like that for the recorder that I'm about to show you soon, that I won't get too cold and it'll be a little bit insulated. So I was thinking of gluing it first, but I'm just going to grab 3 layers and just press it down. And then I'm going to cut out a thin piece of wood, slap it in there. I don't think I'm going to glue it or anything. I'm just going to make sure it's a tight fit. And then I'll start with the top and the cap for the Aqua-vu. Alright, so I have the inside cut out. Now I'm going to give it a little quick paint job because it just looks ugly. And I'm going to drop it in, and then next I'm going to trace out for the top. I'm going to do probably 3/4 inch plywood. It's a little bit heavier, but this thing's already heavy in itself, so I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. But I really want something to be solid to hold this thing up, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that soon. So this is probably the easiest part, so I'm just going to trace out the exact size of this milk crate and then cut it, slap it on top, and then I'll show you how I'm going to do the hinges. I really don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to have to bolt it on one side, so we'll see. Alright, so now that this is dry, pop that in there. I'm not going to add any glue, just perfect tight fit. You got that bubble wrap at the bottom. There you go. It even looks good. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do here for the battery packs right now. Alright, so here are the 2 battery packs that we use for our recorder. So I have some Velcro here. So I'm going to stick some Velcro on these battery packs, and then I'm also going to stick it right on the wood in the milk crate. And that'll keep these battery packs from moving, and it'll be a little bit more organized. I'm going to place these right in here. Alright, so now all I got to do is slap these in. And there you go. We'll move. Take it out and charge it, doesn't matter, at least once it's in it'll be secure, and I could throw some hot hands on it, keep it warm, no problem. This is the HDMI input. This is what converts the footage from the Aqua-vu to the recorder, so this needs to be in there as well. I want it to be hidden. There's a lot of wiring that's involved, so I'm going to place that right in the center. So there that is. None of it could go anywhere. So we could even transport it if we really want. I'm not too sure about covering up these holes. I probably should, because snow might get in and stuff, so that might be something I do later. But right now this is good enough, and now I'm gonna work on the top here because this is gonna be a pain in the ass. So with the top right here, I just painted it. It's barely dry, but I'm kind of in a rush here. But I'm going to trace the Aqua-vu, the bottom, only the bottom, and somewhat center it so that when I drop the Aqua-vu in, it fits around the bottom, and this part right here actually hangs. So the weight of the Aqua-vu will keep it down. I might put a clamp or something just to keep it sturdy, but I think the weight of it should be good enough. So I'm going to cut out just around the bottom here, slap it in, and then I'm going to put on the hinges and the handle and everything else. Alright, so here it is. It's not the straightest cut, but you guys kind of get the idea. So that's how I want it to sit. Now I also want this to have a handle so that I can open this up and access the battery and the recorder inside. So that's what I'm doing next. Alright, so I'm going to find the center of this lid, which is about 6.5. Mark it. I got my hinge with some 1/4 inch holes. So I got some 1-inch bolts with some nylon nuts, and that's going to allow me to put this hinge on this milk crate, and then I'm going to screw this hinge on top of the milk crate here on the cap, and then just thread on the nylon nut. That's going to keep it tight, and then I'm going to put a handle right in the front so I can easily access the battery. So let's get to it. Alright, now I have my 1/4 inch bolts. So I'm going to drop that in there. Hopefully, because there's a webbing on this milk crate, a little bit weird. There you go. So as you can tell, I couldn't go any lower because this is so thick. Did not think about that, but it doesn't seem to be a problem because it's nylon. It's not really going to move anywhere. The only reason it's jiggling right now is because of this, but I mean, it's pretty damn good. So I'm happy with this right now. This isn't going to move. This nut won't come off, so I'm fine with this. So next thing that I have is this handle here. Now I didn't really have to get a nice one like this. Could have used anything, but I'm going to center it right in the front, and that's going to allow me to open it up and access the guts inside. So I just marked the center so I can make it look somewhat nice. Alright, so battery packs are in. Now I got my Aqua-vu in the top. I got my handle, my hinge. I want to access. All I gotta do is that. Just a little door. Now it's a little jiggly, but like I said, that's just these right here. I'm surprised that one bolt's actually holding this, but I'm liking it so far. I also have lots of space here, which I'm probably going to put my recorder, so I can put that there, and then I could thread these wires down through here so you don't see them and they're not a mess. And I also need to make a little hole just over here to fit the video out. But the problem that I have the most with this Aqua-vu, like I said, is where the camera goes. Now I got this spool right here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to shoot it most likely out the back like this. But I don't want to obstruct anything. As you can see, it almost already is. So I also want it to be detachable so I could take it off if it doesn't get in the way. And I want it to be easy. So what I have is a threaded rod about 3/8 in thickness. So I'm going to drill a hole from here to here, maybe like that. So this is about 13 inches, so I'm going to make it about 16 inches long. And then I'm going to thread this spool. Eventually I get the metal one, like I said, but I'm going to thread this onto it with a washer on the back and nut in the back as well, and then a washer and a nut in the front as well, so I could wrap the cordage around here. And then I'm also going to drill a hole in this spool and just put a little nut and bolt on it to use as a handle for now, but it's very flimsy. I don't even know if it's going to be able to hold it, this one, but you get the idea. It's nice, and that's going to go on like that. Looking good. Then my washer. And slap my washer. Another nut. I'm not really going to tighten it that much. So now I got a nut and washer on this side with a little bit of space. I could adjust it. I'm probably going to cut it maybe right here. And then now on this spool here, I'm going to drill a little hole and probably put a bolt here as a handle so I could wrap up the rest of the cordage. And then through here I'm going to make a line that goes right into here and wraps around, and see if I can make this work, because I'm starting to question it a little bit. But let's see. Not bad so far though. This also will come off easily. Just take this off and you have it off. Very easy, very mobile. But that's it right now. So here's my little handle. I can wrap up and down. Look at that, I'm already loving it. Very ergonomic, very easy, way easier than the Aqua-vu way. But now I'm going to wrap this around and see how it works. That's the final test. Alright, so here's what it looks like. Now, I ran into a problem. Because it's connected on one side, unless you guys have an idea, let me know. I can't, well, it's tightened right now, but I can't twist it around because it keeps wanting to pull this side. It's not pulling this side. And when it does pull this side, it still pulls this because this gets tight. I can't go underneath unless I disconnect it. And I think that'll be the only way. For right now, this is good enough. It's just a holder. That's its main purpose, and it's a little bit better than being on the Aqua-vu itself. So whenever I want to use it, I literally just do this, and it's exposed and a lot easier. So that's where that's going to stay. So when I want to record, I press this button. I have access to my Aqua-vu, and then with these cables, I was thinking of drilling a hole and just going under, but I think I'm just going to literally go right through the handle. Just like this. So much easier. And then I'll eventually just zip tie these so it's a little tighter. But I could just shove everything in there, and that should work just fine. Alright, so everything hooked up. Here it is. So I got my Aqua-vu mount right here. Very easy. Doesn't really move that much. Then I got my recorder sitting on the top with some Velcro. Now I got all my wiring, battery pack, everything like that down there. There it is. I got my cable. Now, like I said, I'm just gonna have to do it by hand again, which actually sucks. But here it is. That's everything. Looks good. Not that heavy. Not unbalanced. I thought this would maybe throw it off balance a little bit, but I guess this Aqua-vu is heavy enough, so it's not going anywhere. But here it is. Let me know if you guys like that. Alright, that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. I know it's not the greatest and nicest thing, but it's definitely going to work out for me, especially because I use this Aqua-vu to record as well. This weekend we're going to be doing a trip on Lake Nipissing, Ontario. We're going to be going for 3 days in an ice hut, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys soon.